Hello everyone. This month, in continuation of our class refresh series, which began with the Dire Lord last month, we will take a look at the level 1 through 10 experiences for one of Pantheon's healing classes, the Shaman. As stated last month, some pieces may be familiar to those who have followed the game closely, but due to feedback from our QA team and our amazing testers, the Shaman has really been fine-tuned over the last few testing sessions, and those who favor Shaman as their class of choice have shared very positive feedback. So let's jump right in to the Shaman. To begin with, the Shaman's main resource will be mana. A freshly started Shaman will begin with 2 opening abilities at level 1, a direct damage spell and a signature heal. Let's start with Fang of Harun. This is a nature-based ability costing 6 mana with a 2-second cast. It deals minor nature damage to the target, and does 50% more damage if an Animus Bane is active on the target. The next ability, as discussed, is the signature heal Mantle of Mist. This is a water boon, costing 6 mana with a 1.5 second cast. It casts a soothing mist over your target, restoring 22 to 27 health, and granting them Mantle of the Mist, which restores 27 health every 2.5 seconds for 30 seconds. A solo Shaman will feel very comfortable in the early leveling experience knowing they have the ability to heal, but with lower starting mana, it will be important to not overuse it, otherwise you could see downtime to get your mana back. Casting intelligently and preparing before running to fight should make it a rather enjoyable and safe experience early on. At level 2, the Shaman receives a nice buff that will work on the entire party called Grip of Shale. This ability will take 8 mana and 2 seconds to cast. It imbues your group with the Fortitude of Stone, increasing strength and stamina for 45 minutes.
Now, for those of you that don't know, strength will affect attack power, which affects all physical damage, whether melee or ranged. Stamina will contribute to total health as a main focus, but will also impact potential interruptions to casters.
At level 3, the Shaman will receive their first damage over time spell, Strike of the Snake. This will cost 4 mana, has a 1.5 second cast, and deals minor poison damage and poisons the target, dealing poison damage every 2 seconds for up to 24 seconds. At this point, a Shaman player will be able to buff party members, heal, and deliver both damage over time and direct damage to enemies they cross. Let's move on to level 4, where the Shaman gains 2 abilities, one to assist the party and one to debuff their targets. Let's start with Cleansing Flame. This costs 4 mana, has a 1.5 second cast, and will cleanse the target of 1 harmful poison effect. Next up is Headwinds. Headwinds will cost 5 mana with a 1.5 second cast time, and this will assail the target with gusts of wind, reducing their accuracy by 10% for up to 1 minute. This also puts the target in a wind-swept state. At level 5, the Shaman receives a second group buff, as well as a second debuff. First up, Mark of the Fireclaw. This ability will cost 20 mana with a 2 second cast. You will imbue your group with the ancestral power of the Fireclaw, increasing dexterity by 4 and fire resistance by 5 while active.
Dexterity will improve a player's accuracy with outgoing melee, ranged, and caster attacks, as well as having an influence on critical hits.
Now, with 3 primary stat buffs, the Shaman can really impact the overall power of a group. Not to stop there, they also receive Withering. This is a 10 mana cost ability and will take 2 seconds to cast. This will decrease the target's armor class by 15% for up to 5 minutes. So even by level 5, the Shaman will not only increase the group overall power, but between accuracy and armor class debuffs to the enemies they face, groups can already feel the strength of having a Shaman with them, at only level 5. At level 6, the Shaman receives 2 more abilities, a new powerful heal, and an additional damage over time spell. Let's start with Crown of Ashes. This ability costs 6 mana and casts in a 1.5 second cast time. This is a fire ability which deals fire damage and burns the target, dealing fire damage every 2 seconds for 24 seconds. An important note is that the burn effect cannot be resisted. With both a burn and a poison damage over time spell, a Shaman can not only be the main healer in a low level group, but can also begin to output a strong amount of support damage to help the group whittle down enemies. However, not to lose focus on their core role in the group, the Shaman receives Replenish. Replenish is an expensive heal costing 20 mana with a 1-second cast time. This invigorates your target with healing waters, restoring 31 health every second for 10 seconds. It is also important to note that this effect stacks 2 times. This is a powerful heal even at a lower level, which not only has a fast cast time, but can actually stack while healing every second. It is a powerful spell for important healing moments, but players must be sure to watch how it's used as it has a much higher cost than the Mantle series of heals. At level 7, the Shaman will continue to weaken their enemies they face head-on, this time with Shackle of Mud. This ability will cost 5 mana with a 2-second cast. It decreases the target's strength and agility by 3 for up to 5 minutes. It was noted earlier that strength will impact damage output of abilities, but this spell also lowers agility, which affects the ability to dodge and/or parry incoming attacks. A Shaman heavily focused on debuffs, even at this early stage, can really weaken a target enemy with the tools at their disposal. Level 8 will present the first spell upgrade in the Shaman's growth. This is in the form of Mantle of the Stream, an upgrade to the previous Mantle series spell, Mantle of Mist. Mantle of the Stream will cost 12 mana, has a 1.5 second cast time, but will increase healing between 26 and 32 instantly, while also healing 32 health every 2.5 seconds for 30 seconds. With the upgrade to their signature healing ability, another signature and important ability falls into the Shaman's spellbook in Paradox. Paradox costs 50 mana with a 6-second cast, and it reunites an ally with their remnants, restoring them at 20% of their maximum health. Allies resurrected in this manner will be affected with Resurrection Sickness, reducing all attributes by 50% for 5 minutes. Shaman, get ready for the incoming whispers for players asking for a res, as you return them to their bodies and enable them to reclaim their remnants. Level 9 brings with it a single ability, another upgrade this time in their Fang ability line with Fang of Sauji. Fang of Sauji costs 6 mana, has a 2-second cast, and deals minor damage to the target, an improvement over the previous Fang series spell. Finally, we hit level 10, and we are granted 3 different abilities, all of which will have strong impact to the Shaman's toolkit. First, let's look at Primordial Curse. Primordial Curse costs 6 mana and has a 2-second cast time. This is the ability school of Curse. It manifests ancestral weakness in the target, decreasing magic, fire, and cold resistance by 4 for 5 minutes. The debuffing does not stop there, however, as the next ability, Scorched Fog, continues to cripple your foes. This ability costs 15 mana with a 2-second cast, and is of the ability school of Fire. This slows an enemy, decreasing their attack speed by 12% for up to 5 minutes. It's important to note that the attack speed reduction can be increased with Intellect and Constitution. To finish up the level 1 through 10 toolkit of the Shaman, players will receive Windstrider, a signature ability and another reason a Shaman will be very popular among players of the World of Terminus. Windstrider costs 12 mana and has a 2-second cast time. Accelerate your target's sprinting speed by 20 and reduce the rate of endurance drain by 40% for 45 minutes. We hope that you've enjoyed this refresh of Pantheon Shaman. If you missed last month's refresh on the Dire Lord, you can find that on our YouTube channel to watch at your leisure. With 5 more classes to go, look forward to another class refresh next month.